You know, efforts by politicians to put a spanner in the works in order to stop Bola Tinubu's inauguration are as frantic as they are real. A former presidential candidate of the Hope Democratic Party, HDP, Ambrose Albert Owuru, went to the appeal court in Abuja praying it to stop the inauguration of President-elect Senator Bola Tinubu. Now, the appeal court was miffed by the suit and ordered the litigant to pay a fine of 10 million naira each to the four parties involved, namely the President, Muhammadu Buhari, the Attorney General, Abubakar Malami, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and of course, the President-elect Bola Tinubu. The three-man panel of the court held that, Mr. Owuru embarked on a gross abuse of court process by filing a frivolous, vexatious, and irritating suit meant to provoke, I should say, the respondent. Sometimes you wonder if politicians think before they make a move.
Well, the litigant was well within his rights to have gone to court, and the court has only given his own interpretation of the suit he filed. Of course, every citizen has a right to approach the courts.
If you feel aggrieved.
Yeah, if you feel aggrieved, yes. I mean, and you feel you can't look away or you can't let it go. So I think, well, it will... One thing the court said, actually, was that there had been a decided case on this by the Supreme Court as at 2019. So his lawyers should have guided him on that. Told him that there was no need trying to drag such a matter out again. You know, but also, I think Nigerian lawyers should also need
to help us.
To help, yes. Because help the situation. Some of these cases are actually cases that, you see, you would expect that lawyers will be more conversant with the dictates of the law and then with decided cases. Because you find out that some of these cases actually, some of these lawyers had been a part of such cases, either as counsel to litigants or counsel to defense. So you expect them to enrich the law.
Process,
but,
yeah.
Well, you just find out that with the way the appeal court has ruled, I don't know if it's going to head to the Supreme Court. Since the appeal court referred to the Supreme Court by saying that it had decided on it.
On the matter.
So, well, it's also part of, it's enriching the jurisprudence. At least it's helping us to better understand issues around elections, around inaugurations, and all of that.
So at the risk of repeating oneself, politics is not quite exact.
This is not even politics to me. It's just silliness taken too far. A case brought by you had reached its conclusion at the Apex Court.
Previously?
In 2019. You then went back to a lower court, still talking about the same matter, claiming that you won the 2019 election, claiming that the rescheduling of the election impacted on your performance. First, how did you win the election? How many votes did you score? Because I can't remember a party called Hope
Democratic Party
winning or even coming close to winning. All kinds of things are happening. We talked about this the other day. Lawyers are not helping us. I think that there's a need to begin to punish lawyers who encourage filing of frivolous matters like this. How did you come to the conclusion that you won the 2019 election? You are not among the front runners. You are not prominent as a politician. You do not belong to any of the prominent parties.
And I hear he doesn't reside in Nigeria.
Yes. Every 4 years, this is what he does. He will come and file some funny cases, and at the end of the day,
and go back.
You know, we won't hear about him anymore. So these hefty fines, in my view, are meant to stop him in his tracks, ensure that
there's no next time.
Come 2027, it does not materialize or descend again. Because okay, yes, the election postponed because they said they were not ready and all that. And you are not the only person
affected.
All the politicians, all the parties lost money because that meant that they had to continue to mobilize voters, continue to place their jingles
until the last minute.
So they all lost money. They all lost one way or another because of the postponement. INEC also lost money because once INEC has mobilized and then was forced to remobilize, it costs money.
Yeah.
So you are not the only person with grievances. I like the language of the court. You are not the only person with grievances against the 2019 election. Well, he's taking this thing too far. Look at the other one who said that since 2011, they didn't put his picture on the ballot and filed a matter recently. Look at what Minister of State for Education, look at what he did. Oh, yeah. He lost his cases right up to 2 different cases. He lost right up to Supreme Court. He went and he filed a motion seeking the permission of the court to join people who had lost and refused to appeal. A different matter. A different matter was lost at the level of the lower court by another interested party. They lost and refused to appeal. Our man, the junior minister, then decided that he needed to continue that matter. You are not an interested party in their matter. But it was you. Long after the thing had been started bad, it was you then woke up and said, okay, let me see if I could appeal this matter. A matter that had long been decided.
As he said a while back, his attorney would have encouraged him.
This Hope, for example, this Hope party man, claims that he's a lawyer. So in his case, I don't think anybody encouraged himself. He must have felt, okay, I'm a lawyer, what the hell, I can file this matter.
Yes, he can represent himself.
Yes. So all kinds of people, sometimes they don't even find out whether such cases
have any
meaning at all. Look at people who got up and said, okay, they are from Abuja. The Abuja residents, then that Tinubu is not qualified to be inaugurated, and they went to court. And the law is clear. Yes. The law is clear. You are not a candidate in the election.
You are not directly.
You don't have the local standard.
You have no local standard. And they were doing press conferences all over the place, hitting up the politics, saying they are Abuja people, Abuja residents, people who used to be in Lagos, found themselves in Abuja. They are going to court, not thinking about the fact that they are not permitted by law to challenge the man who had won an election. Yeah. Those who can challenge him are the people who have taken him to court, to the tribunal now. They were the people who took part in the election. You are not, you didn't take part. You are not a contestant. So how come you didn't know that? Because if the law were to permit just anybody to sue somebody who won an election,
come on.
Everyone, all of the people making all the noise on social media, they will file different cases.
Are you not aggrieved one way or another?
They will file their different cases. They will file different cases. I'm not a politician. I have not complained to anybody that I'm aggrieved about the way the election went. So we just can't continue like this.
Yeah.
We say our courts have too much to do.
So much.
Yeah.
And these guys are worsening things by bringing cases that they should not bring. Look at what happened in Anambra State. Somebody went and filed a matter at Breeding Kudu in Jigawa State.
Jigawa State.
Against
Soludo.
Soludo. They just wasted the time of the court.
And a lawyer led him. Or
yes,
you know.
yes.
You know, they kept going.
And they got judgment.
Soludo case,
they got judgment. The lawyers know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. They got judgment.
On the other hand, are the politicians do they know what they're doing?
Well, politics is a game.
Okay.
And
what a game.
Part of the game is finding different means to achieve your objective. But I think really the courts should be, lawyers and politicians should help
this situation.
The situation should help the process. Because even the layman, you see, social media, the internet have helped that even the layman can pick, for instance, the Electoral Act and look at certain things, get some basic understanding of, okay, the law says this, the law says, okay, you're a lawyer, can you, and also on WhatsApp groups, please, can you interpret, can you explain for us? And, there are lawyers who are willing to say, okay, this is this, this is this, this is this. So now, politicians, if you remember, how many cases are we going to talk about? How many cases are we going to talk about that have gone here, gone here, gone here, gone round and round and round and round?
I'm wondering if Nigerian politicians are not becoming Machiavellian.
Is it about being Machiavellian?
I don't even know. You can't even explain why they are. The Minister of State's matter.
Yeah.
The judges were extremely angry with the lawyer. And before they wrote their judgment, he had to withdraw from the case because they were going to put in their judgment, they were going to recommend punishment for him. Judgment. So he wised up quickly, and because what is the point? It's not your matter originally. It's somebody else's matter. That person didn't think it made sense to appeal. You have lost at the Supreme Court. You now apply to join those people and then appeal long after the matter had been dispensed with and the time ceiling within which to file an appeal had already passed.
Okay, our job is to mold opinion. Your business is to make up your mind.